Hope everybody is having a great day so far. Just finished my first workout after almost a month and a half. I got injured on my shoulder, so I decided to take some time off, and I kind of like spiraled out of control, meaning I stopped training, eating bad, not following my diet. It wasn't so bad, but I kind of gave myself and my body a little break where I said, you know what? I'm just gonna focus on my work, my online programs, structuring, putting stuff together. And I made a couple of motivational videos. Kostaki, Kalimera, and I made some motivational videos, and I was kind of on a roll with them. I really enjoy as well doing these motivational videos because I think when it comes to self-defense, fitness, pursuing your dreams, it all comes down to the mindset. So I made a few videos on mindset, and somebody said, how do you develop that mindset to success? What do you do to wire and program your mind to be able to pursue to make a plan, pursue your dreams, stay on course, be consistent? From France, Adrian, thank you, my man. To be consistent, to stay on course, to achieve your dreams. And when you feel like you're losing control or you're off the track, to go back on. And I tell people often, it happens where you have a goal and you're going, and then you go off the track, but it's okay, it happens. And the objective for you is to jump back on, is to be aware when you catch yourself going off your course that you have set your initial plan. Jack, what's going on? Mito Gizmazic. So I'm going to give you guys just one thing that I believe that's going to help in terms of developing that mindset. In order to develop that mindset, first you need to start setting yourself with small goals, small achievable goals. And these small goals are gonna you want to set small goals that you're going to achieve, and those small goals will give you a victory. And those little victories, every time you do your first victory, you get to see what it feels like to achieve that goal. You build the confidence that you could do it. You build the confidence, the self-esteem, the mindset that you said, look, I set this small goal, right? And I reached it. You could be like, you know what, for the next 30 days, I want to train every day for 30 minutes and not miss one day. That's my goal. And I want to lose, 8 to 12 pounds, and I want to be leaner, and I want to be more flexible and stronger. If you set that goal, small goal, 30 days, after 30 days, you look back and you've gotten to your goal, what happens? You start feeling good about yourself. You start believing in yourself that, wow, all right, I could do this. You start building confidence. You start believing in yourself that, hey, if I have a plan and I set an execution plan and goal, I could do it. And then the idea from there is to scale it. Hey, Nick, this might be off topic. Have you read or watched about Sammy Franco? No, I haven't, Black Cat. So you set those small goals, and every time the idea from there is to scale it to a bigger and bigger goal. And then be able to set goals, whether they're in, whether they're in your fitness, your self-defense, business, relationship, friendship, whatever it is. Don't go through life trying to wing it. Set, again, small goals, get to them, and then start scaling bigger and bigger goals. And you're going to see it's small victories that up to the big one, right? Don't go for the home run. Small victories add up to one big victory as well. Every small victory, Derek Handy, thank you for the $5, my man. Every small victory is also practice and training for your big moment. You see, if you're always trying to go for the big, one hit, the big home run, one shot, and you haven't prepared with all the little small trainings that you might see meaningless or not worth it, or who's going to see it, who's going to know it, that's when you're actually building yourself and preparing yourself for that big moment. So I give this as an example. I've done tons of podcasts with people who had 50 subscribers. Again, it's training, it's practice. I'm looking at this as a learning process. So when I get to be on TV and I'm live, I was recently live on Global TV. I'm live, there's no cuts, there's no nothing, one shot, because I did many, many podcasts, because I was interviewed many, many times with subscribers or people that were not known, but yet I did it because to me, I looked at it as a training. It prepared me for that. So your mindset, hey, Nick, my dreams to work as a bodyguard in USA. I'm from Greece and I live in Athens. Is it possible to come work in the US? Look, man, everything is possible. Is it going to take, first of all, a lot of training and good training, because especially if you want to go to the US, I don't know what the logistics are into you being able to get a visa or work permit to be able to go to the US. So, I mean, my mindset is that everything is possible. Everything is a matter of figuring out how to do it. There's no such thing as it's impossible, it's never gonna happen. I've eliminated all that from my mindset. Your mindset is everything. Your mindset is the engine, the programming that drives you to everything you believe or can believe you can do. Right? So, and again, just one small tip, like I was saying, guys, you develop that mindset through setting small goals, set a plan, and even if you think it's a goal that you know you're gonna, that it's a set attainable and realistic goals. Don't be like, well, in 3 months I want to be in Hollywood and I want to win. I want to be in a blockbuster movie. That's completely unrealistic and very much out of your control in the moment. You might get lucky and do it, but that would be more of a long-term goal, a 10-year goal or a 20-year goal, and it's okay, right? So don't sell yourself short. Live big, dream big, think big. You have that right to do so, and forget about people who tell you you're a dreamer and you're never going to make it, or you don't have what it takes to make it, or you're, like I said, you're a dreamer, this is out of your league or out of your dreams. It's your life. It's your story. You write it, you make it, you create it. You're the content creator of your own life, right? So, but however, when you set these dreams and these goals, you need a plan. Have a plan and execution, and detail out. Be very clear. Have clarity in your vision. If without clarity in your vision, you're not going to go anywhere, right? So whatever it is, have clarity. And another thing that I love is have a timeline. My wife is giving me mental torture. How do I overcome it? You don't want to get me started on relationships. If you're in a relationship and your wife is giving you mental torture, then I guess where I'm at in my life and the relationships I've been and the relationships I'm in, if my girlfriend gave me mental torture, I'm out. And I've made that very clear to her. So, I mean, you don't want to be in a relationship where you're suffering mental torture, because just the word itself, in where I'm at in my life at 44 years old, I'm not interested to be in a toxic relationship. So, I mean, that's, if you're gonna sit and put up with that, again, this is your life. It's up to you. I'm no one to judge, but I mean, I think that you definitely need to have a talk with her, not with me. So, guys, you guys have any more questions? I'm gonna be going off the live soon. I just wanted to talk a little bit about that as well, guys. If you want some one-on-one coaching, or go visit my website, nickdrossos.com. Complete new self-defense tutorials, my hero training camp, my instructor course. And if you guys want to throw in a little donation on Super Chat, more than welcome, guys. Let me see. If I'm going live more often, guys, too, yes, I want to donate, but you said no. Jack, no, you're not allowed to donate, Jack. Jack, we got to make a video on YouTube soon together. Black Cat. Yeah, okay, Black Cat, that's your That's the question I got. Derek Handy, thank you for the donation, my man. It's very kind of you. Nick, have you checked the other system called Defendo? Uh, no clue who Defendo is, man. Um, I know of Sammy Franco. I know who he is. I've seen a little bit of his system. I don't know enough to even be able to comment on that. I think you talked about Sammy Franco. I'm not sure. Or did I just... You read or watch about Sammy? Yeah. Yeah, so I've seen a few of his stuff. Haven't seen you for a while. Hope you're well. Yeah, man. Lucky I'm doing well. What's happening with YouTube? For some reason, and I have a friend of mine who's subscribed to my channel who lives like 10 minutes away, and he doesn't get my notification. So I don't know what YouTube is doing. If you guys could see, my YouTube channel is down the drain, but it's okay. I love what I do, and I continue to make videos. And one of the reasons why is because my source of motivation for going live and making training videos and teaching self-defense was never for the money. Because if it was, I probably would have stopped by now. But I love what I do, and it's a talent and a gift that I have, and I want to share it with the world. And I think, to me, it's a very important one, is being able to teach people, how to defend themselves, protect themselves, their loved ones. And now more and more, I'm also, starting to get more into, the motivation, which I'm gonna be making more videos on, like kind of life coaching and relationship and business, and basically all those areas of your life you need to be happy, right? And when I mean happy, I don't mean gaga happy. I mean, because happy is a state. You're happy when something happens, but more fulfilled, content. Nick, there's another self-defense instructor, a good name, David Alexander. You could check him out. Thank you, man. I'll check him out. I have no clue who he is. I don't know who that is. There's a lot of guys in the industry. I know some. I'm a big fan of Pitmaster. Believe it or not, guys, I like Master Wong too. I've made videos with him. I know he's a little bit more theatrical than some other instructors, but don't put down his stuff. I know a lot of people do. His stuff is pretty good. You know what I mean? Some of it could be a little bit, debatable, just like mine and anybody else's system. It's easy to look at other instructors and be like, yeah, in this position or in this situation, I would do this. It's always easy, but yeah, Kelly McCann, I've heard of course, man. I've heard of him. I've seen a little bit of stuff. And that's it. I think your YouTube don't like your channel, but you're a good YouTuber. Eventually you will. Jack, thank you, Jack. I hope I get to 1 million subscribers, Jack. Hopefully, Jack, we got to make a video together. We're going to make a video of you boxing. I'm going to see you later, Jack, in training. So, Jack, I trained Jack one-on-one online. I've been training him for 8 years. So, you guys should see the huge improvement. I was training him when he was 8 years old, and he's 16. So I've been training him twice a week. And just for those, I offer one-on-one private training online. So if you're interested in one-on-one training, go visit my website, nickdrossos.com. I did not realize how long ago that was. Yeah, Jack. And that's it, guys. I'm out. So if you guys have any more questions, any more comments, let me know. I want to thank you guys for watching, subscribing. I should be doing a live on Thursday with a lunch tray. Pantelis! Puisana Pantelis, guys. Go check out 2-drink minimum and the Pantelis live show. I've been on their show a few times. He's all right. I love Pantelis. I miss you, my man. With the lunch tray, you like that? How to fight like Cobra Kai. Pantelis, we got to do an episode one day in here with you and Poseidon. Get you guys to box and wrestle. And we're gonna put Poseidon in one of those G-string commando things. Hate hat mark. No. Oh man, that's gonna go viral. We dress Poseidon as a big baby. Anytime you want, Poseidon, Pantelis, come and train, man. Mind you, it's pretty crazy, Pantelis. They're shutting down the gyms and they're putting a curfew here. So 9 p.m. curfew. I don't know what the next step is. I'm going to be putting cameras in our house to make sure like people are not gathering. This is getting completely out of control. Insanity. I totally agree, man. Imagine that. I never thought they would be doing this here, like a curfew. I know they did it in Europe, but I mean, what's the next step? And that's where I don't want to get too political, but that's sometimes where we're looking at what point is too much. At what point is it too much? At what point is our freedom actually being put on, do we know any good doctors that want to come on the show to talk about it? Actually, Pantelis, I know an infectious disease doctor. I'd have to reach out to him for you if you want and see if he wants to come on. But we try to get him on Have the Balls to talk about it. And apparently all these guys are so busy right now with the whole COVID thing. So it's a little bit hard to get them on. The tallest guy I fought with, Anon Anoni. I think it was 6'3". Okay, I'll ask him, Pantelis. I think he was like 6'3". I remember he was a big guy, man. Oh, it took like 3 of us to take the guy down. He was a big boy, 6'3", a good 250, 280, like solid. And I remember, that's why I tell people, the size make a difference? Absolutely, guys. Size makes a huge difference. I remember being clinched with him and being there and trying to strike him. And he's tall and I'm trying to eye gouge and he's kind of throwing me around and I'm like still trying to control him for the other guys to come in because he when you're that big, there's no doubt. And I'm not saying it's the only factor, but it is one factor that has something to play. Your size, weight, strength. It doesn't mean because he's bigger, you're not going to be able to take him down, but you're going to have to work twice as hard. And when you're faced with a much taller or bigger or stronger attacker, you can't afford to take any hits. All right? There's very little room for error because one big strike from a guy who weighs 250 and you're out. Street fight defense, what would you better in your opinion, boxing or jiu-jitsu? Nashapos Brada. Boxing, you need both, man. You need boxing for stand-up, jiu-jitsu if you clinch. And if you could find a way to mix both of them up, that's... Josh, what's up? Josh, your t-shirt's on the way. I don't know if you got it yet. I sent it in like 2 weeks ago, so I know right now there's delays with the post office. So you need the combination of both. Greetings from Spain. What's up, my man? All the way in Spain. Hopefully next year, guys, I'm going to be in Greece. I'm going to be teaching. I want to do a couple of seminars in Greece, a couple of self-defense seminars. So hopefully that's going to happen. So I'm back in the gym, back in training. Nick, have you seen Mark Hatmaker? No, I haven't. I haven't seen him. I don't know who he is. Josh, you're welcome, my man. So guys, if you want to leave me a little donation, a little super chat, it's right on top. If not, it's all good, guys. Any other questions, guys? Nick, how do you fight? I can nickname you John Wick. So, Raga, Vinayak. So what I've done right now, guys, we talked about setting goals. I set a 3-month plan. So by like April, I want to be completely ripped, more flexible, more explosive. And I want to start working on a small film series. I want to write my own film series, a sort of John Wick fighting scene. And I want to start making short movies because, again, it's one of my passions. For those who know or might not know, is acting, right? So, but it's one thing to say, oh, I'm a good actor or I'm funny, so that makes me a good comedian. It actually, I took acting classes for 5 years, and I'm thinking of going back to taking some more. And if you're an actor, if you want to be an actor, it's not because you have a little bit of talent that you could act. You need to take acting classes. It's a craft. It's training like anything else. Same thing with being a comedian. A lot of people think, oh, I'm funny, so I can be a comedian. And, Pantelis is a comedian, and, he spent over 10 years learning and training on this, So it's everything is a matter of practice and training. In the pandemic, with the gyms closed, what can we do to subsidize sparring in our home training? That's a great question. I mean, it's hard for me too. So what I'm doing is shadow boxing, hitting the bag, visualize like I'm sparring. What I do sometimes, I put on like boxing matches or fighting matches, and I try to pretend that I'm sparring the person in the ring, right? And I'm just trying to like slip his punches. I mean, just got to get creative. It's the best thing that I figured out to do, So it's just one thing that you could do. What's coming up, like the movie fight scenes? I might do another Cobra Kai fight scenes. But again, if you guys noticed, I can't monetize them. I can't do anything with them because, basically I use content that's not mine. And there's a whole bunch of stuff in using these videos. So I do think if I do a new movie fight night, fight analysis, I'm probably going to put them just on my membership site. I think that's where they're going to go up. A film, could you ever please include Master Ken too? He's so funny. Ragva, I don't know if you've seen, I have videos with Master Ken. I've done already collaborations with him. Those are on YouTube. You could go check him out. He's hilarious. I love working with Master Ken. He's great. And for people who don't know, he's actually a legit martial artist. He's actually pretty solid, and he has good kicks, good strikes. Like, he's actually trained in, I think it's Kempo, Karate Kempo, but he knows his stuff, you know what I mean? So yes, he's a comedian and he's fun to watch, but he's also a trained martial artist. So, any other questions, guys? If there's no more questions, I'm gonna go off, guys. When the Bob Dummy series is, I'm actually working on the Bob Dummy series. I'm actually working, Josh, on the Bob Dummy series. It's gonna be 4 workouts or 6 workouts. It's gonna be very explosive. It's gonna be, again, explosive Bob Dummy workouts that are gonna be 10 minutes long. So I'm working on them because I really wanna make them well. How much weight training we should include in our training? I'm paranoid with weights. Weights are not gonna slow you down, guys. Again, if you're just doing like heavy mirror weights, yes, but do your weights. I mean, I use weights with bands. I do weights, I still do my deadlift. This is why I bought this machine. I do deadlift, squats, heavy bench press. But again, I mix it up with my functional training. So, I mean, unless you're doing regular style bodybuilding, but if you do one day, you're like, okay, I'm gonna work on power once a week and do 4 to 6 reps and hammer it out, that's fine. But the rest of the day, rest of the time, the rest of the weeks, work on your mobility and strength training and do exercises that strengthen and stretch your body at the same time. I ganged up on last week my little brother got ganged up on last week and got beaten up badly while being outnumbered 4-1. He's in the hospital, and revenge fight is coming up this week. Any tips on a handle adrenaline? Revenge fight. I mean, guys, I'm not here to promote violence, right? Revenge fight. Every time you get into a street fight, anything could happen. So you can go there and somebody could have a gun, a knife, and stab you. So, the best revenge is call the cops and have them arrested or press charges. You know what I mean? Yeah, if you get attacked and you fight with everything you have, but to go actually out and go for a revenge fight, this is not what I promote and this is not what I teach. So, I'm definitely not going to give you fighting tips on that, you know what I mean? And again, I'm sorry for your brother who took a beating. I've seen this happen before. It's happened to me. And I know that you want to get revenge, right? You want to get revenge. You want to see these guys suffer. You want to see them pay back for what they did. But at the end, I'm not going to lie to you. It's definitely going to feel better when you do it. But again, when does it end? When they want to get revenge back on you. So it's a vicious cycle that at the end, if the best suggestion I would do is call the police, press charges, and let me tell you, they're more afraid of that than a beating, right? Because the last thing they want to do is get caught, go to prison, have a criminal record. Yeah, for some it's nothing, but it's still not something they want to go through, right? So again, avoid trying to get that revenge through going to hunt them down and fight them, because every time you do that, you never know what the outcome could be. Stefan, so as for the question of the weights, it's not going to slow you down, man. I have a great series on my website, nickdrossos.com, on my hero training camp, and I have combat conditioning courses. And the combat conditioning is classes that are made to get you flexible, strong exercises that really work on strengthening and conditioning your movements of fighting. Mr. Nick, also one question. Could you give me a few tips on how I can strengthen my bones and make them hard? I try to break bricks. Yeah, for sure. You could work on the bob dummy. You could work on a punching bag. You don't necessarily need to hit bricks and stuff. Just hitting a solid heavy bag, or hitting a bob dummy. Even sometimes I work on just smacking the cement wall just to strengthen all these parts of my body, because I know that when you're fighting, like my bones here, if you come in contact with them, people are like, they're like blades. Man, people get bruised because, like, one, I'm bony and I'm skinny, but I've worked them so hard that when you hit this, it's like, if I hit you with my forearm, the blade of my forearm, even if your forearm comes in contact, and I've seen it when I do instructor course and seminars, people get swollen in their arms. We had John's arm was swollen at the instructor course just because we did knife stuff and the blade. Hey Nate, do you practice grabbing in many of your knife defense videos? You grab, do you practice that? Absolutely. I do a lot of drills where I'm trapping the knife with one hand, two hands. I work my grip like crazy, guys, because you're only as strong as your grip. You need to train your grip, because when you train your grip, your overall strength ends up at your grip, right? You can't pull something you can't grip. So at the end, all of your strength comes down to your ability to squeeze and to be able to hold on. Even if you're deadlifting and doing chin-ups, this is one of the reasons I never use straps or any of those type of handlebars. If I say to myself, and my theory is, build your grip strong enough that you could do it. If not, then you shouldn't be pulling it, right? Grabbing those hooks and trying to pull it, to me, no. Always work your grip, work every muscle, or else you're weakening the muscles and other muscles are going to be firing to compensate. So to me, I want to be equally as strong in all my muscles. Unfortunately, cops won't do anything in my corrupt country. Nothing. Broken your brother in the hospital, but rarely being able to speak. Where Woot Den Gozir, where are you from, my friend? All right, guys. Lithuania, brother. Oof. Yeah, man. I wouldn't go out seeking for revenge, but I definitely would be ready for the next time they come. That's what I would do. I definitely would be prepared for the next time I see these guys or any of them. They even come close. I'm attacking them before they even get to attack me. You know what I mean? And I don't promote carrying weapons, but I would, I would carry like a small stick or extendable stick, or maybe even something, if I know that I'm gonna, might be faced with being jumped, or I would have my belt and, fix my belt buckle in a way that I could, use it if I need to. As well, just start being aware of your surroundings, that if you see 4 guys coming close, you're ready to either fight or flight, you know what I mean? And it's okay, you're outnumbered 4-1. Don't expect to sit there and take on four guys. It might happen, but chances are it's not, right? So that's it on that, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this live. I just did it. I have a little bit more time. In a nutshell, what's the difference between fixed mindset? So fixed mindset is, it's too hard. I'm not good enough. I'm not strong enough. This doesn't happen to people like me. I don't have what it takes. A fixed mindset is always going to find an excuse to say, it's okay. It's okay. there was a reason why it didn't happen or you can't do it. A growth mindset, which is my mindset, is like everything and anything is possible. I just need to put my mind to it, focus on it, write it down, have a plan, execute, like set the plan of how you're going to make it, have different options for every kind of, every time I hit like a brick wall, it's like, okay, no problem. How do I go around it? What are my plans here? A, B, C. Okay, good. Let me go to A. From A, okay, I get here. And it's my growth mindset is that nothing's ever holding me back from achieving my goals and pursuing my dreams. Everything is a matter of working hard, believing in myself, and being patient. Patient is the key in this, is understanding that everything takes time. Like anything in life we do, it takes time to get your physique. It takes time to work your mind. It takes time to build good friends and good relationships. It takes time to build a good relationship with a good partner. It takes time to build a business. If you have that mindset and you are not one of these people who expects it today, now, or that you're entitled to it, or somebody owes it to you right away because somebody told you you're good at it or great at it, you're gonna hit, life. You're gonna hit life. You're gonna hit a big brick wall. So the growth mindset comes with all of those in it. But again, I'm just throwing this all right now. I do one-on-one coaching, guys, as well. If any of you want to do one-on-one private coaching, that's why I really get into it and I break it down, because I fundamentally believe that every single one of you watching this video, if you have a dream, if you have a goal, if you want to pursue something, all of you have the power to do it. But it all starts with what you believe you can and cannot do. Right? So you are the master of your own life, the architect, the designer, the creator, the content manager of your life is you. What you say to yourself, what you think, when you look in the mirror, I tell people, when you look in the mirror, when it's just you and you, what do you see? What do you tell yourself? What do you believe in you? Doesn't matter if the whole world believes in you. If you don't believe in yourself, at the end, that's all that really counts. So, seek revenge is going to get uglier and you might end up worse than... Ravka, you're absolutely right. You know what I mean? It might get worse. You know what I mean? Again, I'm not saying, don't be aware. Be aware, be ready, and make sure this shit doesn't happen again. But, again, you go beat up, one of the guys and you beat him up. What do you think he's going to do? At what point does it end, right? Is he going to come back? Right? Is he going to come back with more friends? Does he know where you live? These are things that people don't talk about when they teach self-defense, but they're actually part of the process, right? They're part of learning self-defense is before the fight, during the fight, and the aftermath, and the consequences to the fight and the decisions to your fight. Whoa! On that note, guys, I want to thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe, to hit the bell, like and share the video. This Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, I'm going to be going live for our knife defense video. A knife defense video this Thursday, 3 p.m. for beginners. So make sure to tune in. I'm also going to be doing a giveaway. So that's it, guys. Stay safe.